Hello everyone, I am Dr. Haritha Kiranmai, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Chemistry, VNR VJEC. Today I am going to talk about lubricants in the course of Engineering Chemistry, which is very important for machines. In this session, I am going to cover Introduction to Lubricants, characteristic features of a good lubricant, and classification of lubricants. Dear students, just think about these examples which we will see in our daily life. A squeaking door hinge, or when you are cycling getting a horrible noise from the chain, or a jammed studded blades, or even a component of a blown car engine. In all these cases, we'll find a lot of disturbance which makes the machine or the equipment which cannot run smoothly. Then what we'll do in each of the case? The common thing is we'll get some oil and we will just provide in between the two metallic surfaces so that the movement becomes normal. Just like a smooth silent door hinge, and your cycle chain gets to normal and the studded blades will run in free. Also, the bearings will become smooth. So what is happening in this example before that lubrication or before that oiling and after oiling? So in these type of examples where two metallic surfaces are in contact with each other, some type of retardation happens to the movement of the metallic surfaces, means some resistance arises when continuous rubbing happens between the two metallic surfaces, and this will retard the smooth movement of metallic surfaces. That resistance, it is nothing but the friction, and after applying the oil, that friction will be avoided, which makes the metallic surfaces to move smoothly. So that oil which we are applying to reduce the friction between the two surfaces when they are in contact with each other, they are all called as lubricants. And the process of reducing that frictional resistance between the two moving surfaces just by addition of the oil or the lubricant between them, it is called as lubrication. So you can see in these two pictures, before lubrication and after lubrication, any two metallic surfaces, it seems like smooth, whatever the two metallic surfaces, even though they are in motion. But microscopically, if it is observed, a lot of asperities will be there like this. Lot of peaks and valleys will be there which crush into each other and creates that friction. And after lubrication, if you observe this picture, the gap between the two metallic surfaces is removed, means that lubricant whatever applied, it makes the two moving parts apart from each other. So it is avoiding the contact between two moving surfaces so that friction will be completely avoided and the two metallic surfaces will move smoothly. So a lubricant always helps to reduce the friction, whatever is the type of equipment or the machine, particularly when the two metallic surfaces are in motion. Maybe it is sliding against each other, or a rubbing action between two metallic surfaces, or rolling of two metallic surfaces. Then some more examples if you see where lubrication is required. The engine oil which is applied between the piston and cylinder wall of a car, or the lubricant what we are applying for a cycle chain or even a motorbike chain. The grease which is packed into ceiling fan or a ball bearing, and the Vaseline, that is a petroleum jelly which is applied for a squeaky door hinge. The talcum powder which is dusted on a stiff zipper, and the cooking oil, so we are using after applying dosa, so which doesn't stick the dosa to the tawa. So these are all the examples, some of the examples where lubrication is required. And not only reducing the friction, a lubricant helps in different functions. So let us see the important characteristics of a good lubricant. So the first and primary function of a good lubricant is to reduce the friction when there is movement between two metallic parts. It also helps to reduce surface deformation, wear and tear of the machine. Because as I said, the continuous friction leads to deformation of the metallic surfaces, which causes that wear and tear. So this lubricant, whatever applied, it reduces that deformation as well as wear and tear. It also reduces the expansion of metal, because that friction whatever arised due to continuous rubbing action of metallic surfaces, it releases large amount of heat which may cause the expansion of the metal of that equipment or the machine. So this lubricant reduces that expansion of metal. Also, it acts as a coolant. That means whatever the heat that is liberated due to friction, that lubricant helps to absorb that heat that is liberated. So it is acting as a coolant also. It reduces the maintenance and running cost of the machine. So whenever there is some repair in the machine due to that friction, so always we have to spend the good amount of money. So this lubricant reduces that maintenance and also running cost of the machine. That means the lubricant helps to prevent that rust formation, so that in turn it is preventing that corrosion. It also acts as a seal. So as we know that oil or the lubricant, it is very thick in nature, so that it acts as a seal. So it helps avoiding the leakage of any liquids or gases from inside the chambers of machine. And it also carries away the contaminants which damage the surface of machinery. So on the whole, a lubricant, it increases the efficiency of the machine, or in simple words, the life of the machine can be increased just by applying that lubricant in between the two moving parts. Then, so which lubricant suits for different types of machines? So I quoted different examples here, but only a single oil is not at all suitable for all the applications. So let us see how are the lubricants classified. So depending on the physical state, the lubricants are classified into three categories: liquid lubricants, semi-solid lubricants, and solid lubricants. So let us see one by one. Liquid lubricants. These liquid lubricants, they reduces the friction. So the first thing is, any lubricant, it have to reduce the friction between two sliding metallic surfaces by providing a fluid film. So whatever the lubricant that is applied, it will just accommodate in between the two metallic surfaces, and it will retain as a film as long as the machine is moving. So these liquid lubricants, they will be available in the liquid form, and they function as a seal. They prevents the corrosion, and they also act as the coolant. And in turn, all the liquid lubricants will have some common properties, like they possess low freezing point, high boiling point, the safe storage and handling they can be, and they will have thermal stability, and the viscosity also will be sufficient. So depending on the type of machine, we can use the liquid lubricant. So generally these liquid lubricants are suitable in delicate and light machines which work at high speed under low pressure. Then the liquid lubricants are also of different types. Like they are classified as mineral oils, vegetable and animal oils, blended oils, synthetic oils. Means there are a lot of machines which are operating under different conditions. So depending on that, we can select either of these four types. Coming about the mineral oils, they are generally obtained from fractional distillation of petroleum. And these mineral oils possess poor oiliness. But because of their abundance and their cheaper rate, these mineral oils are very much suitable for simple applications of lubrication. Then are the vegetable and animal oils. They are directly obtained from the nature, but they are very expensive even though they possess good oiliness. So they are suitable for some applications. And when these mineral oils, vegetable or animal oils are not suitable because of their properties, some of the properties can be enhanced. They can be improved by mixing with special additives, where the mixture formed, it is called as a blended oil. So depending on the type of additive that is added, we can reduce the pour point, or we can improve the viscosity, and the oiliness can be increased, oxidation can be resisted, and even color also can be improved. So blended oils can be used for the suitable applications. And the last one is the synthetic oils. So there will be some extreme conditions, harsh conditions, where the above three types of oils cannot be applicable. So in those cases, synthetic oils are used, and these are synthesized generally by using silicones, polyglycols, organic phosphates, etc. Then the second type of lubricants are the semi-solid lubricants. Generally, all the greases are considered as semi-solid lubricants. So these greases are prepared by mixing the lubricating oil with some thickening agent, which is called as metallic soap. So this metallic soap is nothing but the thickening agent. So these greases, how they are prepared? By saponification of fat with alkali, followed by adding that hot lubricating oil with agitation, means with continuous stirring, constant stirring, we will get that grease. And these greases are suitable where? In different conditions. When there is a necessity to seal the bearing or joint against dirt or dust particles, so where bearings are used, and when the machine is worked at low speed, high load, sudden jerks, etc. And when the combination of lubricant oil is unacceptable. So in some cases, the lubricant oil will get a contamination of all dirt particles, so their grease will be more suitable to retain as a film. And when the lubricating oil is not suitable for the machine. So in some type of machines, the lubricant which is in the liquid form may not be suitable. So in those cases, semi-solid lubricants will be more used. Then comes the solid lubricants. So we have number of liquid and greases also, which are applicable to most of the applications. But the lubricants that are available in the solid form comes under these solid lubricants, where graphite, molybdenum disulfide, boron nitride are the best examples. And these solid lubricants are mainly used in extreme cases. So some of the machines may work at very high loads or high temperatures, high speed, as well as extreme pressures. So where the liquid lubricants or the semi-solid lubricants cannot be used at all, they cannot be remained as a film in between the two metallic surfaces because of these extreme conditions. So their solid lubricants will be used, and it is either in the powdered form or in the suspension form also can be used. When particularly, for example, when graphite is dispersed in the oil, the obtained mixture, it is called as oil dag, and when it is dispersed in water, it is called as aqua dag. So aqua dag, it is used for all the food industries, and oil dag is suitable for the internal combustion engines. So depending on the type of machine where it is working, depending on the operating conditions of the machine, we can select either of these three, either solid lubricant or semi-solid lubricant or a liquid lubricant. So to conclude this topic, the purpose of lubrication, what is the main purpose of lubrication? So from the quoted examples we have seen, lubrication is very much important to increase the lifespan of the machinery. And then from the functions that lubricant is giving, we can understand it will increase the efficiency of the engine, and also it reduces the running cost of the machine. So it will have a good impact on economy also. And depending on the operating conditions of the machine, whether high load or low load, or high speed or low speed, high temperature or low temperature, and even extreme pressure or less pressure, we can select the suitable lubricant where it can reduce the friction and makes the machine to work smoothly. Thank you so much for the attention.